Hello children, good evening. How are you all? Today, what topic I decided to teach you? This is gross investment, net investment and appreciation, which is very much important to measure the any of the aggregate of national income, right? So here, first I want to introduce the word investment. What is investment? Investment, this is expenditure on capital goods during a period of time, right, which give return in future. So this is known as investment. Investment is also known as capital formation, right? Capital formation, it is what? A flow concept, flow variable, because the capital formation is measured over a period of time. Investment over a period of time, both are same. Investment and capital formation, which are measured over a period of time. So it is a flow variable, right? Come to the stock of capital. Stock of capital. It's a stock concept because that stock of capital is measured at a point of time. For example, in case of individual, if I will take the wealth, the accumulated saving with me in the bank account, right? This is my wealth and it is stock, which I can measure at a point of time. But the saving I am doing during the month, during the year, this is what flow concept. So this is investment. Again, I am repeating. Investment is the expenditure on capital goods during a period of time. During a period of time, right? And that's why capital formation, it is also known as both are investment and capital formation both are same, right? And these two are flow variable because they are measured during a period of time. Come to the stock of capital. Stock of capital is measured at a point of time. That is why it is a stock variable, right? The same thing I will explain with the help of an example first. What is gross and what is net and what is depreciation, right? So, if suppose a producer will purchase a machine, what rupee 1 lakh, right? So, at the time of purchase, 1 lakh rupees which the producer is paying to purchase the machinery, the depreciation is added. Or depreciation is not being paid by the producer from his pocket. It will be added in the price, right? So here 1 lakh includes depreciation. But at the end of the accounting year, the value of the same machinery will remain 70,000. Fall from 1 lakh to 70,000, right? So reduction in the value, fall in the value of machine, how much? 30,000, because what was the price of machine paid? 1 lakh and it remains 70,000. So what is the fall in the value of machine? It is 30,000. And 30,000, which is the reduction in the value of machine, is considered as depreciation. It is also known as consumption of fixed asset, fixed capital, right? It is also known as replacement cost, right? So, what may be the reason for this fall in the value of depreciation? You know, it may be because of the normal wear and tear. If any machine is used during the several years, so definitely its value will fall, right? Normal wear and tear because of. Second one is expected obsolescence. If suppose we are expecting that in future there will be change in the technology, right? Due to change in technology, assume in a city at this moment, auto rickshaw is used by the people as a main means of transportation. But after some time, metro is introduced by the government. So definitely the value of auto rickshaw will fall because of changing the technology. Next is here the expected obsolescence may be caused because of the changing demand. If suppose I am producing this commodity, right? And all of a sudden the demand of this commodity falls because of pressure, because of any reason. So the machine which is used in the production of this commodity will not be in demand because the demand for this product has reduced. So because of fall in the demand of machine used in the production of that commodity, here also will reduce the value of the machine, which is also depreciation. Third reason, passage of time. If I will purchase a machine, right, and will kept in my corner, And next day, if I will go to sell the machinery, I will not get the same money amount at which I purchased. Definitely, right? So that only the value of this machine also may be because of the passage of time, whether used or not used, right? So depreciation, the provision is done by the firms, right? Because it is expected. But capital loss, it is different from depreciation. It is different from depreciation. Capital loss, that is caused because of unexpected accidents. Means, like for example, due to the natural calamities like flood, right, and fire, etc. Right? Or it may be caused because of the war. Understood? So it is caused because of unexpected accident. So no provision is done for capital loss. Right? For example, in the school, if the children are fighting, and because of the fight between among the children, any furniture will be broken. So it is not capital loss. But if the any chair suppose is broken because it was used during since a long time, since several years, so it is what depreciation, right? Depreciation value will be added in the price paid by you, but capital loss as it is unexpected, so its value is not added with the price paid by you on for the school services, right? Now come to the depreciation is clear, I think. Now come to the gross investment and net investment. Gross investment, if we are talking, this is what addition to capital stock. Capital stock during period of time. Period investment always is a period of time, right? Inclusive the value of depreciation. Inclusive value of depreciation. We have not reduced the depreciation here. That is inclusive the value of depreciation. Again, I am repeating what is gross investment. It refers to the addition to the capital stock during a period of time, right? Period of time inclusive the value of depreciation. Here we are adding the value of depreciation, right? Come to the net investment. Net investment refer to the actual addition. Actual addition. Here I added one word, actual addition, right? To the capital stock. Capital stock. During a period of time, exclusive depreciation. Here we are getting the depreciation value. Exclusive value of depreciation. That's why it is. That's why it is used actual, right? Exclusive value of depreciation. This is what net investment. So it is the capital addition to the stock of capital, inclusive depreciation, and it is the actual addition, means what value of capital is added actually during the year, right? And that is after excluding the value of depreciation. This is what net investment. So net investment shows the productivity of investment, right? That shows the potential to produce the goods and services net, because it is the actual addition, not the gross. Understood? Because some amount of capital fixed asset we have consumed because of during the production process, right? So net investment, which is actual addition, determine the production capacity of the nation, right? Next is here how to convert gross into net or net into gross. Gross investment into net investment. If we have gross investment, right, and we deduct depreciation, this is what net investment. Net investment, first point. And if we have to convert net investment into gross, so what we will do? We will add depreciation, then it will be gross investment. Understood? So gross minus that, because the depreciation is added here, but net does not include depreciation. So gross investment minus depreciation is equal to net investment. And if we have to convert net investment into gross, then we must add the value of depreciation with net investment to convert into gross investment. Right? So these 3 points already explained about the net factor income and from abroad in my previous classes. So gross, net, domestic, national, that I completed. One more topic is left in second chapter. This is market price and factor cost. Tomorrow I will cover this topic and be very regular to listen all the concept taught in the class, right? And if any confusion, any doubt you have in the that concept, please don't hesitate to share in the comment box, right? Otherwise, you must write understood, because it will motivate me also to move further with this activity we just started, right? So I want to share a statement, a saying with you that मंजिलें उन्हें नहीं मिलती जिनके ख्वाब बड़े होते हैं, राइट? मंजिलें उन्हें मिलती हैं जो जिद पर अड़े, राइट? जो जिद पर अड़े होते हैं कि इस साल हमें करके ही दिखाना है, आपको जरूर मंजिलें मिलेंगी। और आप बड़े बड़े ख्वाब पाल के बैठे हैं लेकिन यू आर डूइंग नथिंग, only you are having the big dreams with you that I will cross 95, I will score 100 in economics, but that is only the dream, right? Which will not come true until unless you will not be firm in your decision. So, मंजिलें उन्हें ही मिलती हैं जिनके उन्हें नहीं मिलती जिनके ख्वाब बड़े होते हैं, मंजिलें उन्हें मिलती हैं जो जिद पर अड़े होते हैं। Have a nice day ahead. God bless you all and hope that you are very regular in going through the videos, in studying, in making preparation of your term 1 examination. Have a nice day ahead. Bye.